As kids, we learn opposites early: winner, loser, good, bad, black, white. But no one really teaches us about the grey in between, the part that actually makes up most of life. Yes, there is no good without bad, no night without day, no sadness without happiness. But what about all of the stuff in the middle? Because of this, most of us therefore only think in dualities. There's nothing inherently wrong with seeing life as two-sided until you realize that most things in life don't fit into those two categories so neatly. As we grow older and we start to make sense of the world around us, it becomes our responsibility to do what's right for us and for the ones around us. People say, I'm getting by just fine. But are they really? Or have they just drowned themselves in the cacophony, overstimulated, distracted, too busy and numb to realize they need to work on themselves? When will they realize that by imbibing healing energy, they will fix their life's algorithm for the better? I read a quote recently by a psychologist that said they treat the victims, not the patients. And maybe that's because the patients never pause long enough to realize they need help. Instead, they're stuck in an endless, mindless loop of their lives, slaves to the corporate world, slaves to answering rudimentary questions like, what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths? The answer curated carefully to satisfy employers who frankly don't care about it in the first place. But it got me thinking. More often than not, weaknesses and strengths would be opposing each other. But what if they didn't have to? What if the key to stand out was to blend? Someone's weakness could be that they're sensitive, and the smallest of things hurt them. But their strength could be how the little things also make them happy. For me, my weakness is overthinking. But I've noticed in the last few months that overthinking isn't such a bad thing, if I use it to my advantage. Overthinking allows me to be extremely observational, see multiple perspectives, and gain new insight into a topic that, on the surface level, may have just appeared basic, thus allowing me to get a better grasp on any life situation. This realization of having the ability to turn my weakness into my strength is what fine-tuning your life's algorithm is like. Post my cousin's wedding, towards the end of January, I visited Bengaluru for the first time to visit a fellow creator, now friend, Sankho.
Right, so we are off to get some dosa.
It was a hectic couple of days of collaborative projects and getting to know one another. I shared with him my idea for this video and he gave me his own perspective on it. His weakness is that he gets jealous of other creators, of how they are using certain techniques or how their craft is performing compared to his. But instead of letting jealousy get the best of him, he channels it into learning. He studies those other creators, emulates their techniques, then adds his own spin. And in doing so, he grows into a better artist himself, allowing him to always turn his weakness into a success story.
Craziest podcast I have ever seen and ever been a part of.
I booked a 1 BHK Airbnb, but I got a 2 BHK Airbnb by some luck, by some stroke of luck. It's actually pretty good. It's really, really big. It has a kitchen area, a dining area, 2 rooms, plenty of space to create and make a lot of art. I'm only here for 2 days, but I'm hoping that I can do some good magic in this space. In some of the little free time I had, I decided to spend some time looking at the paintings in the Airbnb. I've been told recently that looking at pieces of art for long enough can invoke certain feelings, and we can understand the depths of the painting better, allowing us to interpret the art in front of us the way we want to. And if we're lucky, maybe even in the way the artist intended it to be interpreted. Such scrutiny without judgment is only achievable by slowing down for a bit and allowing yourself time to really go by each stroke of the paintbrush.
I get why people go to museums now. That's a great date idea. Anyway.
I want to encourage you to really have a think about this. I know it's easy to be harsh on ourselves and be overly critical of everything we do and say. It's always easier to see what's wrong with us than what we're good at. But that awareness, that's power. Then the next step is to turn that awareness into action, either improving your flaws or making them work for you. Rewire your thinking, fix your algorithm here, and watch how the world around you changes as well. Good luck, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.